So now black plays bishop b7. Now the rook on a8 is guarded, and that's going to help black in his efforts to play b4. So now white does finally regain the pawn, but black plays b4. And now we get a position of bishop b2. Black continues development with knight f6. White plays bishop d3. Black continues development, knight to d7. It's a very flexible move, a very good square for the knight. And we see both sides, queen c2 is a strong move, helping control the queen side and developing the queen, and black plays queen c7. And now we see castle by both sides. So we could almost consider this main line type play in the NoteBoom variation. So white has an awesome center, the two bishops, and why should he be dissatisfied? Well, black has very good pieces. The knights are well placed, the queen's well placed, the knight could go to g4. Black's bishop on b7 is extremely active, but more importantly, the two connected passed pawns on the queen side are rather strong. One's on the 5th rank, one's on the 4th rank. It's very important to note that if black can achieve a4 at some point, the passed pawns go from being a nuisance to a major nuisance and a major danger. So white has to be constantly vigilant about trying to make sure that black is not able to easily play a4, because then basically the pawns are so close to promotion that it even changes the evaluation of the position. Now, just to show how tricky it is, probably the ultimate main line of the NoteBoom, white plays e4 here. But just to show you how tricky the position can be, let's look at some alternatives. In this game, white plays knight e5, seemingly an active and strong move. And black comes up with a really nice pawn sacrifice, which basically shows that white's idea is not a very good approach to the position. Of course, white could do some other build-up move like rook fe1, or he could also try some other knight maneuver. There's plenty of other attempts, but e4 is really considered perhaps the main line of the NoteBoom. But knight e5, it's not obvious why knight e5 is not a good move, but black's play, I think, will put you in the camp convincing you that knight e5 is not a move that black has to be real concerned about. Black goes ahead and sacks a pawn. Boom. Knight e5. He allows the exchange, and he's going to lose his pawn on h7, but the problem is, in the meantime, black achieves some huge positional goals. He achieves the goal of a knight on c5, and he gets in that all-important move a4, or he gets to a position where white can't prevent that. So now we see bishop takes h7, king h8, and now white has to choose a move here. White players have also tried rook f to d1 here without very impressive success. Black has achieved a decisive advantage in several games. We can go through those games in subsequent lectures. But in this game, white plays the seemingly natural bishop to e4. So he's trying to he won a pawn on h7, and he's trying to run away with the loot. And now we see black play two exclamation move, a4, double exclamation. The white queen on c2 is overloaded. If the rook takes on a4, black could trade rooks and play bishop e4. Or if white takes on b7, queen takes, rook takes, there's a problem with b3, a tactical problem with the rook on a4. So the point is that black has achieved the all-important move a4. And like I mentioned to you before, that move can, all of a sudden the connected passed pawns that black has go from being dangerous to very dangerous. So white continues on. He trades bishops. And now, of course, rook takes a4 is met by b3, and that would be considered a tactical mistake. I think the best, the obvious move for white is bishop d4, when a good move for black might be queen c6, defending the pawn on a4. And black certainly has considerable positional compensation. That did not occur in this game. In this game, white tries rook a d1. That's certainly a logical move. White envisions putting the rook on d6 or something of that nature, or maybe putting the rook on d4 and trying some kind of rook lift for a mating attack. And in any case, here come the pawns. So we can see that the pawns have, once the black pawn reaches a4, the group of passed pawns become extraordinarily dangerous. So white tries for mating attack. Black stops the coordination of the queen and the rook with g6. Now the bishop retreats to a1. And now we see black play b3. Just simple chess. Passed pawns push passed pawns, especially connected passed pawns. The big achievement was black being able to play a4, and that's what converted the passed pawns from assessment of dangerous to an assessment of extremely dangerous. And now white, of course, continues on, but is in grave trouble here. Black plays a very nice positional move, attacking the queen, defending the pawn on b3. And so white continues to pursue some attacking ideas here. Now white plays queen d4. Of course, white is hoping there's some way to get the queen into the attack. Unfortunately, the pawn on e5 is pretty much stymieing the participation of bishop a1. And, rather than black playing the obvious move, winning material, he first neutralizes any attacking possibilities by exchanging rooks. And we even see the loss of a knight for black, but the passed pawns are just so overwhelmingly strong that black has a win. He plays b2. We see white try queen b5, and now black has such a good position that he can trade off by rook c8, and the threat of rook c1 is unstoppable and results in a winning position for black. So basically black prevails with the connected passed pawns on the queen side. So in this game we witness white attempt to play knight e5. We can hardly blame him because it seems to win a pawn, but what was underestimated by white was that black can sacrifice a pawn to achieve the ability to play a4 and gain a swift victory with the strength of the passed pawns on the queen side. So this to me is a very good example of the dangers that white faces from seemingly a very nice position. White has a nice central position, white has the two bishops, but one cannot underestimate the strength of those connected passed pawns that black has on the queen side. Once a4 is achieved by black, it can become quite difficult. So this is a very good example of such